Welcome to Speak English with Lala. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more English stories and lessons. Today, I want to talk about English learning journey and how to become fluent in English. I remember the first day I heard English. It was a sunny day. I was 7 years old. My father brought home a small radio. He switched it on. A new voice filled our home. It spoke in a language I did not understand. It was English. The words were strange, but also beautiful. I felt curious. My father noticed my interest. He smiled and said, "This is English. It is a very important language." He explained how many people around the world speak English. He told me learning English would open many doors. I felt excited. I wanted to learn more. Chapter 2. My first English class. Soon after, my parents enrolled me in an English class. I was nervous but also eager. My teacher was kind. Her name was Mrs. Smith. She had a warm smile. She welcomed us all with open arms. Our first lesson was the alphabet. Mrs. Smith showed us colorful pictures. Each picture had a letter. A is for apple, she said, holding up a red apple. We repeated after her. A is for apple. We did this for every letter. By the end of the class, I could recite the entire alphabet. I felt proud. Chapter 3. Learning new words. As days went by, we learned new words. Mrs. Smith used games and songs. This made learning fun. We learned words for animals, colors, and objects around us. I loved learning new words. Every new word felt like a new friend. One day, Mrs. Smith brought a big book. It was a picture dictionary. It had pictures and words for everything. She showed us how to use it. I spent hours looking at the pictures and learning new words. My favorite word was butterfly. It sounded so pretty. Chapter 4. Speaking English. Learning words was fun, but speaking was a challenge. I was shy. I was afraid of making mistakes. Mrs. Smith noticed this. She encouraged us to speak. She said, "It is okay to make mistakes. Mistakes help us learn." We practiced speaking in pairs. My partner was Sam. He was also shy. We helped each other. We took turns speaking simple sentences. My name is. I would say, "My name is." Sam would repeat. Slowly we gained confidence. Chapter 5. Reading English books. One day, Mrs. Smith gave us a surprise. She brought a box full of books. They were simple story books in English. She said, "Reading will help you learn faster." I picked a book with a bright cover. It was about a cat named Tom. Our reading was hard at first. I had to look up many words. But I did not give up. The more I read, the easier it became. I started understanding the stories. Reading became my favorite activity. I would read a book every night before bed. Chapter 6. Writing in English. After reading, the next step was writing. Mrs. Smith gave us notebooks. She asked us to write simple sentences. At first, I wrote about my family. My mother is kind. I wrote, "My father is strong." Writing helped me remember words and sentences. Mrs. Smith checked our notebooks. She corrected our mistakes. She always wrote kind notes. "Well done" or "Good job." This encouraged me to write more. I started writing short stories. They were simple, and made me happy. Chapter 7. Watching English movies. One evening, my father brought home a DVD. It was a movie in English. He said watching movies would help me learn. The movie was about a brave lion. At first, I did not understand much, but the pictures helped. Slowly, I started understanding more. Watching movies became a family activity. We watched cartoons, fairy tales, and adventure stories. Listening to English being spoken helped me improve. I started picking up new words and phrases. It was fun and educational. Chapter 8. Making Friends with English Speakers. My school had an exchange program. Students from English-speaking countries visited us. They stayed with us for a week. I was excited but also nervous. I wanted to make new friends, but worried about my English. My new friend was Emma. She was from England. Emma was friendly and patient. We talked about our favorite things. She taught me new words and corrected my sentences. Spending time with Emma improved my speaking skills. I realized speaking English could be fun. Chapter 9. Writing Letters. Emma and I decided to keep in touch. We wrote letters to each other. Writing letters was a great way to practice English. I wrote about my daily life, school, and friends. Emma wrote about her life in England. Receiving her letters made me happy. Each letter was a lesson. I learned new words and phrases. I also learned about life in another country. Writing to Emma improved my writing skills. It also made me more confident in expressing myself. Chapter 10. Using English in Everyday Life. My parents encouraged me to use English at home. We started using English words for common things. Please pass the salt. My mother would say, "Good night." I would reply. This daily practice helped me become more fluent. I also used English at the market. I greeted the shopkeeper in English. I asked for items in English. At first, it felt strange, but soon it became natural. Using English in everyday life made a big difference. Chapter 11. Joining an English Club. Our school started an English club. It was a place where we could practice English. We played games, watched movies, and had discussions. I joined the club with my friends. It was a great way to practice English outside the classroom. The club had many activities. We had spelling bees, storytelling sessions, and debates. I loved participating. Each activity helped me improve my English. I also made new friends who shared my interest in learning. Chapter 12. Attending English Camps. During the summer, our school organized an English camp. It was a week-long camp in the countryside. We spoke only English during the camp. It was challenging, but also fun. We had lessons in the morning and activities in the afternoon. We went hiking, played sports, and sang songs, all in English. The camp improved my English skills a lot. It also made me more confident. I realized I could speak English for a whole week without any problem. Chapter 13. Using English on the Internet. The Internet became a new tool for learning. I discovered websites for learning English. There were games, quizzes, and videos. I spent time on these websites every day. They made learning fun and interactive. I also joined online forums. I chatted with people from around the world. We discussed books, movies, and hobbies. This helped me practice my writing and reading skills. The Internet opened up a new world of learning. Chapter 14. Reading Newspapers and Magazines. My father subscribed to an English newspaper. It arrived every morning. At first, I found it difficult to read. The articles were long and had many new words. But I did not give up. I started with the headlines and short articles. Reading the newspaper improved my vocabulary. I learned about world events and new topics. My reading speed also improved. Soon, I started reading English magazines too. They had interesting articles and pictures. Chapter 15. Listening to English music. Music became a new way to learn. I started listening to English songs. At first, I enjoyed the melody, but soon I began paying attention to the lyrics. I looked up the words I did not understand. Listening to music improved my listening skills. I also learned new expressions and slang. Singing along with the songs helped with my pronunciation. Music made learning English enjoyable. Chapter 16. Attending English Workshops. Our school organized English workshops. These were special classes with guest teachers. They taught us new techniques for learning. One workshop was about public speaking. Another was about creative writing. The workshops were interactive. We participated in activities and exercises. They helped me improve specific skills. I learned how to speak confidently in front of an audience. I also learned how to write stories creatively. Chapter 17. Practicing with English apps. I discovered mobile apps for learning English. They had lessons, games, and quizzes. I downloaded a few on my phone. The apps were convenient. I could practice anytime, anywhere. One app helped with vocabulary. Another focused on grammar. There was also an app for pronunciation. Using these apps every day improved my skills. They were like having a personal tutor in my pocket. Chapter 18. Watching English TV shows. I started watching English TV shows. They were fun and entertaining. I chose shows with simple language. My favorite was a show about a group of friends. Watching the show improved my listening skills. I learned how people spoke in real-life situations. I picked up common phrases and expressions. Watching TV shows also improved my pronunciation. I tried to mimic the way the characters spoke. Chapter 19. Speaking with tourists. Our town had many tourists. They spoke different languages, including English. I decided to practice with them. I greeted them and offered to help. Most tourists were friendly and appreciated my effort. Speaking with tourists was a real-life practice. It helped me use English in everyday situations. I also learned about different cultures. It was a great way to improve my speaking skills and confidence. Chapter 20. Writing a diary. I started a diary in English. Every night I wrote about my day. I described what I did, how I felt, and what I learned. Writing a diary helped me practice writing regularly. It also helped me reflect on my progress. I could see how my English improved over time. Writing about my thoughts and feelings improved my vocabulary and grammar. It became a habit I enjoyed. Chapter 21. Participating in English contests. Our school held English contests. There were essay writing, speech, and spelling contests. I decided to participate. It was a way to challenge myself. I prepared by practicing and studying. The contests were tough, but rewarding. I did not always win, but I learned a lot. Participating improved my skills and confidence. It also motivated me to keep learning and improving. Chapter 22. Using English in social media. I started using social media in English. I posted updates, shared articles, and commented on posts. Social media was a great platform to practice writing and reading. I connected with people from different countries. I joined groups and pages about my interests. We discussed books, movies, and hobbies. This helped me improve my writing and reading skills. It also made learning English more social and fun. Chapter 23. Attending English courses. I enrolled in advanced English courses. They focused on specific skills like writing, speaking, and listening. The courses were more challenging. They required more effort and practice. The teachers were experienced and helpful. They gave us feedback and tips. The courses helped me improve my skills to a higher level. They also prepared me for exams and certifications. Chapter 24. Preparing for English exams. I decided to take an English exam. It was an international test. Preparing for the exam was hard work. I studied grammar, vocabulary, and practice tests. I also took a preparation course. The exam tested all my skills reading, writing, listening, and speaking. It was challenging, but rewarding. I passed the exam with good scores. It was a proud moment. The certification opened new opportunities for me. Chapter 25. Traveling to English-speaking countries. My dream was to visit an English-speaking country. My parents supported me. They helped me plan a trip to England. I was excited and nervous. It was my first time traveling alone. England was beautiful. I stayed with a host family. They were kind and welcoming. Speaking English every day improved my skills. I visited schools, museums, and parks. I made new friends and learned about the culture. Chapter 26. Using English at work. After school, I got a job. It required English skills. I was happy to use what I had learned. I communicated with clients and colleagues in English. It was a great way to practice and improve. Using English at work improved my professional skills. I wrote emails, made presentations, and attended meetings. It also opened new opportunities for growth. My English skills were an asset. Chapter 27. Joining English courses online. I discovered online courses. They were flexible and convenient. I could learn at my own pace. The courses covered various topics: business English, academic English, and more. I enrolled in a few courses. The online courses had videos, quizzes, and assignments. They were interactive and engaging. I could practice speaking, writing, and listening. The courses helped me improve my skills further. Chapter 28. Reading English literature. I started reading English literature, classic books, poems, and plays. They were challenging but enriching. I started with simple books and gradually moved to more complex ones. Reading literature improved my vocabulary and comprehension. I also learned about different writing styles. It gave me a deeper understanding of the language. I enjoyed the stories and the beauty of the words. Chapter 29. Practicing English with friends. I made friends who were also learning English. We practiced together. We had conversations, read books, and watched movies. Practicing with friends was fun and motivating. We helped each other with grammar and vocabulary. We also shared tips and resources. Learning with friends made the journey enjoyable. It was a great way to improve and support each other. Chapter 30. Learning from mistakes. Throughout my journey, I made mistakes. I mispronounced words, used wrong grammar, and misunderstood meanings. But I learned from every mistake. They were part of the learning process. My teachers and friends encouraged me. They corrected my mistakes kindly. I realized making mistakes was okay. It was a way to learn and improve. Each mistake made me better. Chapter 31. Celebrating achievements. Every milestone was a reason to celebrate. Learning the alphabet, reading a book, writing a story, passing an exam. Each achievement was a step forward. I celebrated with my family and friends. Celebrating achievements motivated me to keep going. It reminded me of how far I had come. It also gave me confidence to set new goals. Learning English was a journey of progress and celebration. Chapter 32. Teaching others. I started teaching English to others. I helped younger students and friends. Teaching was a great way to reinforce my knowledge. It also gave me joy to help others learn. I realized teaching required patience and creativity. I used games, stories, and songs. I saw my students improve. It was rewarding to see them learn and grow. Teaching made me a better learner. Chapter 33. Exploring English culture. Learning a language is also about learning the culture. I explored English culture through books, movies, and music. I learned about traditions, festivals, and history. Understanding the culture gave me a deeper appreciation of the language. It also made learning more interesting. I enjoyed discovering new aspects of English culture. Chapter 34. Using English in travel. I traveled to other countries where English was spoken. It was a great way to practice. I navigated airports, hotels, and restaurants. I met people from different backgrounds. Traveling improved my communication skills. It also gave me confidence. I realized I could use English anywhere in the world. It was a valuable skill for travel and exploration. Chapter 35. Joining English Communities. I joined English communities online and offline. Clubs, forums, and groups. We shared resources, discussed topics, and practiced together. Being part of a community was motivating. I made new friends and learned from others. We supported each other's learning journey. It was a great way to stay connected and engaged. Learning with a community made the journey enjoyable. Chapter 36. Setting new goals. My journey to learn English was ongoing. I set new goals. Reading more books. Writing better stories. Speaking more fluently. Each goal was a new challenge. Setting goals kept me focused and motivated. It gave me direction and purpose. I worked towards my goals step by step. Each achievement was a reward. Chapter 37. Reflecting on my journey. Looking back, my journey to learn English was filled with challenges and rewards. It required effort, patience, and persistence, but it was also enjoyable and fulfilling. I realized learning a language is a lifelong journey. There is always something new to learn. I was proud of my progress and excited about the future. My journey to learn English was a story of growth and discovery. Chapter 38. Inspiring others. I shared my story with others. I wanted to inspire them. Learning a language is possible for everyone. It requires dedication and practice, but it is also fun and rewarding. I encouraged others to start their journey, to take small steps every day, to enjoy the process and celebrate achievements. Learning English opened many doors for me. It can do the same for others. Chapter 39. Embracing lifelong learning. I embraced lifelong learning. English was just one part of it. I wanted to keep learning and growing, to explore new languages, skills, and knowledge. Lifelong learning is a mindset. It is about being curious and open. It is about enjoying the journey of discovery. Learning English was the beginning. There was so much more to explore. Chapter 40. My message to you. If you are learning English, keep going. It is a journey worth taking. Start with small steps. Use simple words and short sentences. Practice every day. Enjoy the process. Celebrate your achievements. Remember, mistakes are part of learning. Learn from them. Use every opportunity to practice. Read, write, speak, and listen. Surround yourself with English. Use it in everyday life. Join a community. Make friends who your interest. Help and support each other. Stay motivated and focused. Set new goals and work towards them. Keep learning and growing. Learning English will open many doors for you. It will connect you with people around the world. It will give you new opportunities. It is a journey of growth and discovery. Enjoy every step of it.